Hello everyone, I'm Chester44 and welcome to this Let's Play of Neverwinter Nights. Last episode, we happened to begin our whole job of, well, going out there and looking around. We recruited a little halfling rogue to help us out, and now we're running around talking to people in the core. See what we can learn about this place. There's someone by this tree here, let's speak with him. Why not?
Greetings. Blessings of the Earth Mother Shantia and the Tree Father Sylvanus upon you. I am Nyatar, in the service of nature.
Hello, I am Ken Daniels. Could I ask some questions? I welcome your well-mannered address. Ask what you will, and I shall respond as I am able. What is your position here? I see to it that the city does not tip too far from balance, that concerns for natural elements are kept a priority. It's not easy in these times. You would not understand. Only a brother in nature could fully understand what needs to be done, how vital my task is. I might still be able to help. Perhaps I was too quick to judge. You seem sincere enough. You may be able to understand why this is so important. Many people are falling to plague, but animals suffer as well. They suffer in cages in a Black Lake District lodge. There is a zoo in Neverwinter. It is operated by a hunter and his noble entourage. It is not clean, it is not compassionate, and it is not right. The animals within are mistreated. It can't be new, not during the plague. It is not new. I was working to have it closed, but the plague has delayed that indefinitely. The officials I spoke with are among the plague dead. It has given the zoo a reprieve. They know the law was turning against them, but now they have time to cover their actions. I fear the animals will simply be killed and made into trophies. All creatures deserve charity. This bear, panther, wolf, and lion. All four should be rescued. What do you know of this hunter? Montgomery Sure-Shot Weatherson. His family has been a great advocate of animal rights, but Montgomery abandoned that philosophy when his father died. He gauges his progress as a man by what he has mastered, his family and business, and nature, creature by creature. He is out of balance. Several nobles live vicariously through him. Their influence protects him from what little pressure I have been able to apply through the law. Well, I'll help you and free these animals. I was hoping you would say that. Let me give you a few things to help in your task. I have thought long about what is required. This key will grant access to the zoo. My animal companion found it, and I made copies. Guards may try to stop you, but doors will not. This is a transport via plant scroll. Use it on the large tree near the zoo, and any of the animals you lead there will be teleported here. And take this scented fetish. It will let you speak to the animals with the skill of a druid or a ranger. Please, lead the animals to the large tree and freedom.
Greetings again. Nature welcomes you. I hope the day has held you in better health than those poor creatures in the Black Lake Zoo.
Well, I require supplies. What can you offer? He can offer a few things. I think I can just do this. Oh, yeah, I can. I shall. Oh! Tommy's contract. That's actually very handy. Even though it's really just a big X. This short piece of paper is covered with more than a few grease stains and has been signed in a near-illegible script by Tommy himself. Apparently it exists to prove that the halfling is in your service as a henchman. Alright, and the fetish. There we go. As for the other things here, you got leather armor and like stuff for druids and rangers. Nothing else really. Fun fact to share. The quest I got from Nyatar here and the quest I got from Olaf inside, you actually don't need to do the persuade check if you happen to be a ranger or a druid in the case of Nyatar, or a cleric or, I think, paladin in the case of Olaf. In those cases, you happen to be someone who would just happen to be the right person to give the quest. But since we're not, we have to persuade him. Let's see, we've got another thing here. The Cloak Tower. Well, let's take a look inside. Eltura Sarptil.
I recognize you. You're one of the new recruits under Arabeth, are you not? I'm sorry, but this is a spellcaster's guild. It will not interest you.
Well, I need some equipment, which, fascinating as some of this stuff may be, and expensive as it is, we can't really use use any of it. Plenty of scrolls, but none of it we can use. Good thing to have all these potions, though. Several of them would be useful. Various wands and necklaces and the like, and not much else. And for the record, yeah. While I said before that those quests were possible to take for others, it's possible to get a quest for over in here, but you have to go through the portal to do it. And this portal only works for sorcerers and wizards. So this quest for the many-starred cloak is not possible for us. One quest that we will not be seeing. Sorry. Ah, well. We'll be looking around. I think we'll start by looking around this upper area here. Why not? Priest of Helm.
Hello to you.
Speak what you will, friend. I will answer. I want to ask you some questions. I will answer, though I am a newcomer too. Granting blessings in this time of plague has not left much time for exploration. I need information about places in Neverwinter. I have only just acquainted myself with the city, but I will assist you if I can. Where can I get equipment? I know little of these things. I need only my blessings. Still, I believe there are a few establishments that have what you want. If you are a master of weapons, the Shining Knight Arms and Armor in the Southeast City Core seems to be well stocked. I have also heard of a mercenary enclave that hires out henchmen. It is the trade of blades in the southwest, but I would avoid it. What are the different areas of the city? There are several districts dividing the city. The division has apparently slowed the plague, but it divides people as well. I believe the different regions are the Beggar's Nest, Docks, Black Lake District, Peninsula, and the city core. Tell me about the core. Ah, the spiritual and governmental center. We Helmites have established a small temple here, with Dester as our guide. We are not far from Castle Never and serve as advisors in all the major institutions. Not all heed our words, but they will in time. There are many shops around the outer district edge as well, though I haven't seen what they hold. I haven't had the time. Is your temple accessible? I may need clerical services. Normally we of the faithful would not object to showing you around, but I fear that our temple is currently closed to the public. You see, although we treat the sick without hesitation, we can't risk contaminating our blessing pools. We must keep the temple secure. How long has the temple been closed? Well, I accompanied Dester from Helm's Hold shortly after the plague began. He wisely decided to close it soon after we arrived. It is a shame, but necessary. Most of the Helmites that were here previously fell to the plague. All that remain now are we that arrived with Dester. Can I ask you about Helm's Hold? Oh, I am not an authority on the place. I mean, I am a Helmite, of course, but my time in the hold was limited. Besides, it is days away and hardly worth considering. There is so much here that deserves our attention. Do you require anything else? How about the Beggar's Nest? The Beggar's Nest? Our blessings are a comfort, but have been unable to lessen the impact of the wailing in the district. It was thought the plague could be contained there, but even as we try to calm people, the wailing follows soon after. Now I fear there is an unforeseen threat of undead in the district. Leave it to the Helmites, my friend. Do not endanger yourself there. How about the Docks district? The docks are a haven for lawlessness, even in this otherwise dark time. Thankfully, my brethren have been mostly left to do their good work. There has also been much hoarding of gold. Muggings are rampant. I hope it does not harm the spirit of the people further. I would avoid the docks, friend. Let we Helmites administer our blessings and calm the situation in our gentle way. How about Black Lake? Black Lake is the home of the nobility, a group that I am sorry to say has not borne the weight of these times in a distinguished manner. It is possible they are even hoarding resources meant for the poorer districts. Hopefully no one inflames the situation. And the peninsula? The peninsula is where the prison is located. Try as we might, we Helmites have not been allowed much access within. Hopefully my brethren in the area have continued their blessings, and the spirit of that has found a way within to some degree. Especially now, as I have heard that contact with the great fortress has been sporadic. The proper authorities will need time to sort things out. What do you know of the plague? The wailing pulls at the soul, spiritually tearing a victim apart from within. The blessings I give are small comfort, but comfort nonetheless. What do you know about attempts at a cure? Most are foolish sorcery, and none have proven effective. We Hellmites under Dester are certain that only our blessings will deliver Neverwinter. People are reluctant at first, but the more the plague strikes at them, the more they abandon such things and seek what we offer. Have you heard of anything odd? Any rumors? No, not really. Of course, I busy myself with concern for the plagued, and do not worry about petty scandal. Don't waste your time following conjecture. You should be more concerned about your spiritual well-being. Have you collected a lot of charitable donations? I have acquired some measure of gold from the generous. What business do you have asking me about it? Well, I was merely curious. Let's go back to some other questions. Actually, I have no more. Goodbye. As you will. Would you like a blessing as you go? No, thank you. As you will. Good luck to you. Thank you very much. Now let us continue.
Greetings.
Can I help you? No, what am I thinking? I can't even help myself. I can't even huddle in my own home. I can't go to the Beggar's Nest because of zombies. I can't get out of the city because of the quarantine. What's a guy supposed to do? Just choke on stink of the corpse fires, I guess. Could I ask you some questions? No, please. I don't want to think about this any more than I have to. Maybe I could help you out? I don't know how you could. I don't know anyone that can take on an army of zombies by themselves. The Beggar's Nest is completely overrun. My home is overrun. Goodbye. Farewell, then. I'll just stay here. Nowhere else to go.
Good business to you.
What do you want? I know God, I can't help you. All I can do is wait for the plague to get me, and I can't even do that from my own bed. I don't suppose you'd feel any better yourself if you'd lost your home, let alone been chased out by zombies. It's just the Beggar's Nest, I know, but it's better than sitting here smelling the corpses burn. Could I ask you some questions? No, please, I don't want to think about this any more than I have to. Maybe I could help you out? Why would you help me? I'm just a lowly peasant from the Beggar's Nest. Half the city is probably happy to see the place overrun, even if it was by zombies. Just leave me, please. Just leave me here. I've nowhere else to go. Alright, alright.
Okay, dokie.
Oh, go ahead, Tommy. Can you pick it? You can. Thank you, Tommy. See what's in this building. This tower.
Okay, dokie.
Pretty sure both of these are, locked, it looks like. Thank you, Tommy.
Okay, dokie.
You unlock that while I take a look in here. See what I can see. Couple boxes and crates.
It's done.
Thank you, Tommy. Ooh, another potion of oxygen. Alright, there's supplies in here we can use. That's definitely useful. Anything in here? Ah, a chest.
It's done.
Perfect. Thank you. Ooh. Splint mail and some gems. That'll be useful when we sell it. Oh, I forgot to actually put this back in here after I reloaded. Thank you very much, Tommy. Bunch of citizens. A doomsayer. Ooh, chest here. With a couple coins.
What? Oh,
The wailing
hello.
heralds the end of days. By the way, I never did ask where can I get equipment from a guard. There are several merchants in the city core, but some are raising prices like there's no tomorrow. Of course, they might be right. You good with a weapon? Shining Knight Arms and Armor is the best gear. I shop there myself. They're in the southeast city core. And if you want someone to back you up, check the Trade of Blades Mercenary Enclave in the southwest. Good people there. Thank you.
Okay, dokie.
And now, Tommy, allow me in here. Thank you. Alright, what's in this tower?
Okay, dokie.
Tommy, if you don't mind. Thank you very much.
It's done.
Alright. Got a couple things here.
Okay,
Tommy,
dokie.
you unlock that, I'll get these. Copper necklace. Another barkskin potion. And we got the light flail, cure light wounds, and more fluorspar. Alright. We're definitely getting loot, that we can sell and get stuff with. Though I think I know what we're going to be spending it on. There's a couple people over here.
Welcome to you.
Yes, is there something you require? Please do be brief, as your unwashed appearance leads me to worry what infections you might be carrying. Could I trouble you with some questions? I suppose one still needs to breathe amidst one's mourning. Perhaps in helping you, I am also helping my friend's spirits find their rest. I require some information about locations in Neverwinter. I don't usually have much regard for those that lose their way, but, well, the wailing changes everything, doesn't it? Where can I get equipment? If you'll be using that equipment to avenge my friends or bring about a cure for us all, I'll gladly point you in the right direction. You look quick with a weapon. The shining... okay. And it's basically the same stuff. What are the different areas of the city? Neverwinter has always been divided into separate districts, but with the militia maintaining the quarantine at every gate, it has become all the more apparent. Which of the 5 is of interest to you? City core. The city core is where we are now, and is one of the only districts where the plague has not made much headway. Our more important institutions are located around Castle Never in the upper square, the center of Neverwinter's government. The edge of this district is full of rough-hewn establishments that, while they offer more variety, the quality of their goods and services is more often suspect. Okay, how about the Beggar's Nest? The Beggar's Nest is where the wailing first laid its claim upon the city, and it remains the worst afflicted. Not that it has been pleasant before. I hear it is now infested with zombies of the plague dead. It serves the lower classes right for cursing us with such a dreadful pox. And the Docks District? A friend of mine, a warehouser, says business is at a standstill there. The wailing has left idle hands about, leading to mischief among the laborers. I even heard the area has fallen under the control of gangs of thugs and pirates, but whether this is true or simply an exaggeration, I couldn't say. Black Lake? The Black Lake District. My friends lived and now have died there. The militia won't let me attend the funeral, though they said they'd pass on my regards. But beyond my personal affection for my home, the Black Lake is where the best hope of beating the plague will rise. But that is not for your ears. Certainly you can tell me. I suppose I can mention a detail or two. It's not as though it hasn't been bandled about among my circle. You see, Black Lake will not fall to the plague quietly. There have been measures taken, stockpiling, and certain acquisitions. I can't say much more, but my friends have not died in vain. They exposed themselves to the plague that other nobles in the Black Lake might survive. And the peninsula? I have little interest in the Peninsula District's affairs. There's already too much to worry about without fretting over the inmates of its prison. Now there are even rumors of prisoners running free in the streets. You're better off leaving it alone. Can you tell me anything about the plague? I have lost 2 closest friends to it already. The hell might say they must be cremated rather than buried, but they did the Black Lake proud at least. What do you know about the cure attempts? The great unwashed have been kept ignorant of bungled efforts by city officials to contain the disease, and for good reason. Components for a cure were lost to an attack. Can you imagine the panic if people knew that someone is actually fighting against the cure? Of course, I have heard nothing of suspects or leads. What are we coming to if the nobility cannot expect to be kept updated? Is there anything odd that you've heard? The gossip of the nobility need not concern you, and likely wouldn't be the type of information you want anyway. The different districts will each hold intrigues, I am sure. All but the Black Lake seem to do as they will once out from under the rule of law. You look very wealthy, are you? Well, I am comfortable, if it is any business of yours. Merely curious. Let's go back to my other questions. I won't tolerate much more of your games and distractions. I am a busy person. Ask your questions and go. I shall go. Goodbye. Fare thee well. I must return to my private mourning. It is the only way I have to grieve. How about you, Winthrop? You seem to be standing here.
Greetings.
I hear the Black Lake nobles have a cure for the plague, but they won't share it with us common folk. I hear a lot of things, though. Mullen the Administrator. Busy and multitask.
No can do.
Yes?
Oh, there we go.
Do make it quick.
Stand down, citizen. Castle Never is sealed by order of Lord Nasher. No one is allowed within. To protect the castle against plague, it is closed to all but Lady Arabeth. That is all I can say. I have just joined his service under Arabeth. I can't say anything more. To ease panic, only our proven allies are kept briefed on the state of affairs.
Yes? Do make it quick.
As I have said, only the proven allies of Neverwinter will have access to the castle in this dark time. As you say. There's some more citizens here.
Can I help you?
Quit waving your weapon around like a thug. Criminals aren't running around here. This isn't the Docks District. Okay.
Hello.
The Whaling's caused its fair share of conflict beyond these gates, lad, making it a dangerous place. Lady Arabeth has ordered us to restrict access. In other words, if you want access to the Black Lake District, you're going to require clearance. Understood? What kind of clearance do I need? We're under pretty tight lockdown right now. Unless you have the express permission of either Lady Arabeth or Lord Nasher, you'll have to remain in the core. Why do I need clearance? Look, the whaling death isn't a joke. The latest estimates put the death toll in the several thousands. I even heard Lord Nasher has already come down with it. We have no cure, and so we're doing the only thing we know how to do. Limit movement, limit exposure. In other words, you'd better have clearance. Well, Lady Arabeth has assigned me to temporary militia duty. Aye, there was word she'd be hiring on adventurers to help fill the ranks. What can I do for you, then? Could you answer some questions about the Black Lake District? I suppose I can answer a question for you, lad. Go ahead. Is there any way I can help out in there? Well, best bet would be to talk to a guard in the area. Past my gate is a bit of the slums, but if you keep going, you'll reach the Black Lake Gate. Other side of that is where a Black Lake Gate guard will be stationed. Maybe he'll have a better idea of how you'd fit in or help out. Be careful on the way in, though. There's a burned-out bit of the city between here and the Black Lake proper. Nothing but plague-crazed thugs in there. Black Lake is fine, but the first bit is dangerous as hell. How bad is it in there? Well, the Black Lake split into two parts, the Nobles' Quarter and the rest of it. The Nobles are plague-free right now and sealed off tight. There's rumors the Nobles have a cure that they aren't willing to share with the rest of us. I doubt it's true, but food attracts flies. Victims of the whaling have been flocking to the Black Lake barricades. There's been a few clashes already, so tread carefully. It's especially dangerous between this gate and Black Lake proper. Not much besides plague-crazed thugs in that part. Dangerous as hell. Are there any places I should look out for in the Black Lake District? The Nobles' Quarter itself is all barricaded in, but being a guard gives you access. Once inside, you can check out the zoo in the north and the Rough House Tavern called the Board-Laid Bear in the center of the district, if you want. Would you mind answering some more general questions? Okay, that's basically the same stuff. Could you tell me anything about the watered avian creatures? Aye, my friend Haggard was with the Night Watch in the Academy when the caravan bringing those creatures came in. We found him with his throat slit after the attack, amidst the empty cages. He had the symbol of Helm, god of all his guard folk, gripped tightly in his frozen palm. We buried it that way. We buried him with it that way, to honor him. Do you know anything else about what happened that night? The rest, as they say, is history. Freed from their cages, the watered avian creatures fled into the night and are out there still, hiding from us all. What do you know about the whaling death? Too little to cure it, too much to live without fear. Our only hope is to find those watered avian creatures. Without them, every last one of us is dead. I'm interested in the plague. Can you tell me anything else about it? Other than I've lost half my family to it by now. I stand guard in their memory. Is there anything else you need? No, goodbye. Yes, on your way then. And that leads out to the Black Lake District, which we're not going to right now.
What?
It's Doomsayer. Alright, let's walk around back here, see if there's anything else. Oh, there does appear to be something here. What's in here?
Greetings.
Quit waving your weapon around like a thug. Okay, fine. Shush. Another barkskin potion. I wonder if they're trying to say something with that. Healer's kit +1. This may be just a refugee shelter, but hey, there's stuff in here we can use. Coin. Ooh, negative energy ray. We can sell that for a good amount of money. I think scrolls are valuable. It's worth it to sell them if you can't use them. like me. A couple barrels with another scroll we can sell, and a gold piece. Alright, let's go this way. Not really anything else in there. Ibarum.
Halt! Passage from the city of Neverwinter is forbidden. We cannot risk the plague being spread to the surrounding countryside.
Has anyone left recently? No one has exited the city recently. I will not allow it. The danger to the outside lands is too great. I serve Arabeth and Lord Nasher. Let me pass. I don't care if you're the bloody avatar of Ilmater himself. You're not getting through this gate. Nobody passes this point until a cure is found. I just have a few questions. I am trusted with the grave duty of keeping the whole of the North free of plague, and you want to chat me up? Please, just leave me to my duty. I can't lose focus. I can't let anyone gain my favor. Everyone is to be treated the same. Nobody gets out. Farewell, then. Well met, citizen.
No can do.
Okay, that one's not opening.
Well met.
Yes, is there something you require? These dark days have left my mind on other things, so make it brief. I have some questions. I can spare a few moments from my worrying. What is it that you wish to know? I need information about places in Neverwinter. I am to be your guide. Though if it would help toward a cure, I suppose I should endeavor to answer. What are the different areas of the city? Very well, if this dreaded wailing makes me serve as your signpost. Neverwinter is divided into 5 districts, each encompassing a particular industrious theme. Tell me about the core. The city core, my captain of redundancy, is where we now stand. Basic services are here, as well as specialized training. Castle Never in the northeast is the city's heart. The upper square around it contains important spiritual and cultural institutions. The district edge, however, is possessed of more suspect establishments. For the most part, however, this malicious quarantine has kept us free of the wailing. Beggar's Nest? I know little of the Beggar's Nest, but that's hardly a failing. Only the poor and morally suspect willingly visit such a place. It is ripe with the wailing, and I suspect that is where the plague first manifested. Hardly a surprise with all the filth that make their homes there. How about the Docks District? I don't concern myself with the docks. I have subordinates to handle the day-to-day workings of business and shipping. At least I used to. My business and I have ended up on separate sides of the quarantine, I'm afraid. I cannot guess what has become of my dock hands now. What about Black Lake? Only the best of us make it our homes in the Black Lake District. It was the most privileged of the districts until it too fell within the whaling's grasp. Not even the status of residents could prevent the encroachment of the plague, though I hear some have... but I should speak no more of this. Certainly you can tell me. I find your manner quite disarming. I suppose I could reveal 1 or 2 points. You may find them of interest. It's rather exciting, though dangerous as well. I hope the common people will understand that the ruling class knows best. I really shouldn't give away any more. Suffice to say that certain nobles of Blacklake are making certain they survive this mess. And the peninsula? Bah, what should I know of the peninsula? It's a haven for those either caged in the prison or recently released from it. That district is held to the thinnest thread of law by Captain Alefin, the head jailer. I have seen little of him since the cursed whaling came. What do you know of the plague? It has cost me my business, for one. I was visiting friends in the city core when the quarantine came down. My store is now empty and forgotten beyond those gates. What do you know about attempts at a cure? I have trusted associates say that a cure was being attempted, but something apparently disrupted the attempt. An attack, they say. This information has wisely been kept from the masses. Can you imagine the panic? Actually, I probably shouldn't have even told you. Have you heard of anything odd? Any rumors? I don't sully myself by discussing mere conjecture. If you wish salacious details, I suggest you look elsewhere. The different districts will each hold intrigues, I'm sure. All but the Blacklegs seem to do as they will when out from under the rule of law. Goodbye. Goodbye. Perhaps we'll both live to talk another time. Yes, perhaps indeed. That said, that's the upper square. I'm going to have to end this episode here, though, because it's gone on long enough. Next episode, we'll take a look around the lower area, around outside here. We've got the Trade of Blades, Moonstone Mask, and the Shining Knight Arms and Armor to look through, as well as the other 3 gates. But that'll be in the next episode, so until then, I'm Chester44, that is Ken Daniels and Tommy Undergallows. This has been a Let's Play of Neverwinter Nights, and I shall see you all next time.